Hi, I'm going over the Conga today for those of you who are taking the Conga section. So I'm going to just go ahead and read through what is in your notes. This is the largest section in your packet, and I took it from a professional Conga player when you're looking through it. So, Station 2 Conga. Practice patterns at your table if you're not able to play one, because we only have 2 in the classroom. So you're being tested on technique, and those are listed in the packet as open tone, closed slap, open slap, heel fingers motion, bass tone, and muffled tone. 4 of the basic reading exercises of your choice. There's quite a few of them, and the first 4 are, of course, probably the easiest. And 30 seconds of improvised playing, which I think is the most fun. If you want to do the advanced section for the final 5%, you improvise your own conga beat to play over a song you choose, and you play 2 more of the basic reading exercises. So you want to remember to consider keeping an even rhythm, varied hand technique, and try to match the style of your playing to the music that you hear when you're improvising. Never play conga with anything other than your hands. So after you get the techniques down, try incorporating them into the basic reading exercises. It'll make it more interesting for you. Make sure that you try to play each one, even if you don't choose it later on to perform for me. This will help you to get better at reading music. So the tip, as always, is to use a metronome to stay on beat. These can be downloaded as free apps on your phone. I use Pro Metronome. You can block out other people who are practicing by using headphones. So the following pages come from Play Congas Now by Richie Gahate Garcia. So it starts out with the sounds. That's what it's going to look like in your packet. Following are the fundamental and key sounds or tones you must develop in order to play the conga drums. Understand that many other sounds can be made on the conga drum, but in order to avoid confusion, I have stayed with the most common. You can finish reading that on your own. So I'm going to the section that says open tone. This is the natural open sound of the drum. When someone says open like that, they mean that it rings out. So they want you to get this very basic thing down, an open tone. So remember, we are lifting the sound out of the drum. If you go like this, it's going to mute it and it's going to stop the sound short. This is a very open sound. Okay. Going on, the muted slap. Sound is also made with either hand, a dry, solid sound. Is played by putting your left hand on the head in order to stop the vibration. Then with your right hand, strike the conga toward the edge. Your hand should be cupped slightly. Alright, this way the air has an opening from which to escape. So, we're going to put our hand on the drum, and that's why it's muted. So, it's not quite as flat as this was, right? But with this hand, we're muting some of that sound, right? We had a really large sound, and now we have kind of a muted sound towards the edge, right? The open slap. The open slap is a high-pitched ringing sound used by all conga players to play accents and fills in combination with all of the other conga sounds. Okay, this high sound projects very well and is clearly heard. In order to make the sound, the hand is in the same position as in the muted slap, but the attack is towards the center of the drum. And this is supposed to play a wider ringing sound. The sound is often felt towards the tip of your fingers. Okay, that feels better. That is high-pitched. So that's the open slap. Heel fingers motion. Heel fingers motion is used for several different purposes. First, it is done using both hands, which is one of the ways conga players does his or her rolls. Second, when played by the left hand, it provides the 8-note feel that is present in most conga patterns. When you play a specific conga pattern, such as a mambo, the left hand plays the heels finger motion, and the right hand plays the slaps and open tones. This provides the movement that is heard. It is important to know that you should not force your hand in order to make this movement. It will loosen up gradually. So there's a picture of him like this, and then there's a picture like this. They're saying in between this, so this is pretty natural. It's not going to make a really loud noise, but it's just important for when you're doing the patterns at the end. So we can do it with both. And get what they're calling a roll. I encourage everyone in here to go ahead and have as much fun with this instrument as you can. So remember to try to feel the weight of your hand on the drum. Make sure that it's flat on the surface of the head. Strike with your full palm. And as you go up, tap with all your fingers. So all right, the bass tone. The bass tone is the lowest pitch on the conga drums. It is played with either hand by striking the drum in the center of the head with the entire palm of your hand. As you strike the drum, come up off the head and allow it to vibrate. The sound is easily produced if the conga drum is on a stand. So that's different from only slightly, right? But everything about conga is about getting those variations to work for you in the patterns. So the bass tone, there it is, the lowest you can go. Remember, a bass singer is that guy that's really low and you can hear him. He's always got the low lines. So we're looking for that low sound on the conga. There it is. So even I have to work at this. And the muffled tone. The muffled tone is done with either hand. It is done by pressing your fingers against the head towards the edge of the drum. This sound is part of the vocabulary of conga drumming. It adds an improvisational color to the particular pattern being played. High-pitched, because it's near the edge. So in general, if you're here, it's high-pitched. You get a little further in, it gets a little lower, and the lowest is right in the middle. And you'll notice this if you just go like this. Right? Then there's a sheet that says note and rest values. That's good for anyone in here who's been having trouble counting. It's going to go over some really basic patterns. And then there's a page, and it starts right away, basic reading exercises. Quarter notes and rests. So you can pick any of those techniques and use them. That first page, this is really simple, and you're going to see repeats used again. So you know that means to go back to where either the beginning or where you see the previous repeat sign, which is at the beginning in this case on number 1. Quarter notes and rests. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. 8 notes and rest. So we count those 1 and 2 and. The and looks like an addition sign. So a few of you are confusing that. It's just an easy way to write and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and repeat. So you could go through that faster. 1, 2, 3, right? So go ahead and get those up to the fastest tempo you can play and still keep a steady beat. Number 3, quarter and eighth note rests and eighth notes. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, repeat. Go ahead and put accents in here, liven it up as much as you can. Then number 4 is the last one I'm going to play for you, and you can go through the rest on your own, but this would satisfy the minimum requirements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, If you were watching closely, I missed some of those notes. But did I stop? No. And neither do you. Because whatever you played, you meant it. Remember that. So I'm looking through right now. I see a whole bunch of other patterns. If you have any more questions about that, please let me know. But as always, re-watch this video if you need to. Don't just call me over to play this for you again when I just played it, right? See you at the Conga.